Right.
But everyone seems pretty chill with the 3-stock 8-minute. It's not like you go and get completely blindsided by like, oh, we're 2-stock 4-minute.
Yeah,
well, how'd you do that?
Which is why when you're playing online, it's super jarring when someone's playing 2-stock. I'm like,
yeah, that 2-stock 3-minute
3 months ago.
Started. Yeah, that's not what we were hoping for. But it sounds like we're finally getting to that character select screen. And I'm excited to see some gameplay action.
It's also bonkers to think that this game's only been out for 2.5 months. It feels like it's been here forever. I mean,
it does. And I feel like part of that's because we already have some characters that have risen to the top so hard.
Yes.
That, like, we had Diddy Kong the last game, but everybody knew he was getting nerfed, and we don't really see that coming. But getting into it, we'll have Yellow Team with GECKO and Sado, Yoshi and Lucina versus the Broly Bro Force, Ike and Sonic.
Oh. I haven't seen much Sonic play in this. I'm interested to see how it goes.
I appreciate that they chose the Pokemon Stadium first because it does look like 2 sword-wielding Pokemon trainers just came to battle with their Pokemon. But Yellow Team taking good stage control at first, managing to keep center stage, and actually racked on a decent bit of damage on Ike. Ooh. Then again, only a few combos needed to get them back into anything.
Oh, the Yoshi had a jab lock set up and
it didn't drop it. Yep. And I think both these teams have like extremely good kill power. Like between Ike and Lucina with the long range skill power, and then both Yoshi and Sonic have like extremely strong forward smashes. I don't think stocks are gonna be lasting very long.
Yeah.
And Allmax could not make it back.
And I've already noticed that it seems like both teams have a really good awareness of what their teammates doing. Seems like these two teams might be a little more practiced than you would think going into the first tournament of.
Yeah, or at least they definitely play together. Like even if they're not, people who normally do well at tournaments, they've done this before. And Yellow Team again with their stage positioning, though the stocks are really even. Both Yoshi and Sonic looking to lose theirs relatively quickly. But they're kind of looking okay to have the sword characters duke it out and the dinosaur hedgehog duke it out. GECKO running over to help with the Sado getting back, makes it just in time, and takes Sonic's stock. I think that's going to be a large portion of the game with any doubles team that has an Ike on it. How long does that Ike live?
Yes.
Because if he's always living to 150 when you have to like kill him with brute force and not really getting edge guarded, that's going to be a problem for the opponent.
Yeah, because you saw there he was able to side B right over GECKO's edge guard attempt.
But his first stock did go to a Gimp. He just did not make it back, which is part of the reason I think Yellow Team's slightly ahead.
Nice.
You don't have to always kill him off the top with 150.
But still, like the damage output in this game, plus you have 2 people hitting them. You get to 150 fairly quickly.
That's fair. Charge a forward smash at the ledge and doubles? You madman. Though smash should actually kind of just work better in general. So not unreasonable, but man, that is terrifying.
Oh, that forward smash was scary.
And Allmax looks happy just to kind of throw it out, which if you know your teammate's going to be able to cover you because Sonic's the fastest character in the game, a little less nerve-wracking to do so.
Yes.
Both Yellow Team members at a high percent, but still not at kill percents, really. Ooh! Good counter.
Yes.
Knew that Yoshi wanted to hit some kind of button at him. Just eats that stock for it.
So yeah, stock count is even again.
But I think the main thing that Yellow Team's doing really well is, for the most part, they've had stage control for a lot of the game.
Yes.
Blue Team's been trying to get back to center, and even though the percents are kind of equal, wow, that was a strong forward smash.
Even with the in doubles having a little less knockback and a little less damage, still gonna do it.
And right back to even stocks though. Allmax at a high percent, landing with that neutral B. If he can hold on to the stock, Blue Team can easily bring this back. Landing with that neutral B again.
Yeah,
he's not afraid.
It's an interesting choice.
Oh, throwing up that. There it is. To get that up air, gets it. See how they tackle the 2v1 situation. Looks like they're going to let GECKO go in and kind of pressure with Sado as backup, especially because Sado has the higher percent. That makes a lot of sense. We're going for that forward smash after the down tilt. I like the read, but...
Yeah, and I believe that hits the ledge, so... At least I know some other sword characters hit the ledge, so if Sonic didn't know that, that could have been it.
And Sado looks like he's eager to help, but doesn't exactly know when his openings are to get in, which is a scary situation to be in when you're at 110.
Yes.
Ooh, good forward tilt, getting Sonic back off stage.
That was a good recovery.
And Sonic doesn't have that many great tools to reverse edge guard. Gets the forward air, gets the stock. And that's 1-0 in the favor of Sado GECKO.
Yeah, so I think the big thing that you were pointing out that was kind of the tide turner, and that was how well the yellow team was keeping the stage control. I think like the two teams had similar like combo games, they had similar confirms, but like it was the stage control that did it.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, especially with how many hitboxes the Broly Broforce kind of wants to throw out, I'm wondering if a smaller stage might benefit them because they can just kind of get more of those glancing hits.
Yes.
Take advantage of the claustrophobia that is doubles in this game.
It is going to be certainly harder to get away from Ike forward smash if the stage is smaller.
Yeah, if it's half the stage. But we'll see what they wind up choosing. And for the game 2, just because we had this issue in game 1, it is stage and then character of the winning team and then character of the losing team. So Sado and GECKO presumably already banned 2 stages. Broly Broforce gets to choose a stage from the list.
I had a hard time believing it, but to answer your question from earlier, there are 43 doubles teams.
Wow.
43. That's 86 people. Quick math.
Proud of
That's
you.
a whole bunch. Like, that's normally our doubles turnouts like a third, maybe a quarter of a singles turnout. And this is already almost 100 people. That's ridiculous. Plus, that's not even including people who just don't want to wake up early enough to be here yet. Like, because singles starts at a much more weekend time as opposed to a weekday time.
But Minnesota's always been a big fan of doubles.
That's
I mean,
true.
I know I'm excited to finally be playing in a doubles tournament.
So they're going with Callus, an actually wider stage, which, maybe the platforms on the ledges will help them recover a bit. I know they did lose a few stocks edge guarding, and they already do seem to have a little bit better stage control than they did before.
Yeah, I know personally, playing Yoshi, I am not a huge fan of this stage, so don't know if they also think that, but...
Could be. But regardless, it doesn't seem that they're already on the ledge, which I felt that way in the beginning of the second game. Sado and GECKO.
Yeah, they're doing a much better job of keeping center stage. And keeping the 2 yellow team members separated.
It's a very good back air from Allmax, but GECKO still making it back. Both blue team members starting the edge guard and doing it primarily from on stage, which I think Santa can probably go off a little bit more, but yeah, got to do what you're comfortable with. Ooh, and GECKO catching onto these landing neutral Bs out of Allmax, eating almost a fully charged forward smash for it.
I like the aerial egg to get one person out of his way, but ran into the landing neutral or neutral B that we were just talking about.
Yeah, Allmax is really going to have to be careful with those because I know GECKO's already caught onto it. If Sado does too, that's almost going to be a null option at that point.
Yeah.
Though he has caught them off guard quite a few times already with it.
It'd be interesting if he started mixing that up like he was the first game with counter. Because you want to punish that because it's a relatively slow move, but if you counter, that's how we saw Sado lose a stock the first game.
That's true. And Allmax the only one with still on his first stock. Apparently his landing options have been good enough. Ooh, throwing out forward smash. Ike at a 170, that's not what you want to see.
No.
Oh, the opposing team. And yeah, if gets the give actually with
and
that
then
counter.
Takes the stock from Sado too.
So this is a 5-1 stock lead. These counters putting in work. And I think everybody has the same thought whenever they trigger a counter is, man, that lasts longer than I thought it did. But like, GECKO takes Allmax's first stock. This is a big hill for yellow team to surmount, though.
Yeah, down 2 stocks.
10%. Like, this is just a lot, though. Sado putting in some work there quickly. Only need a few strings to really even up percents, but that doesn't equate to 2 stocks.
Yeah, and like you were saying the first game about having to edge guard Ike, I haven't seen much of that in this game.
Now, I'm wondering if the stage does help that, too, because of the platforms.
Gives him a second spot to land.
Yeah. Yeah, and yellow team looked like really struggling. Santa goes too low for that edge guard, hands the yellow team a free stock, and now the stocks are even. This is when you start to need to keep your composure as blue team. Easy to start feeling like you're losing ground, but you can't do that if you want to take the game.
GECKO's doing a very good job of delaying her up B, so she doesn't get hit by the...
No, Sonic got hit.
Oh, was it?
Yep. But now it's just GECKO in a 2v1 at 116%. We'll get to see if blue team has any conversions. Allmax still happy to go for that neutral B.
Seems like a pretty good option at the ledge.
Ooh, caught the jump with that forward tilt. So even if, perfect world where she somehow lived that, she was still dead.
Yeah.
Apparently a great counter pick by Broly Broforce.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it did have to do with what you were saying, giving Ike another place to land.
In which case, I would imagine Broly Broforce bans FD, but if not, that seems like a pretty good place for Sado and GECKO to take them. Thinking it out a little bit, I think deciding on the bans.
It's always hard when you have two people, because you don't want to say, this is a stage that's worse for me, and just dominate the.
Yeah, it's hard to have the teamwork and the communication and not just have one person tell the other person what to do. Especially, maybe if Yeti were to team with somebody here, it's not such a different in class level that, you just want to listen to someone. Everybody is on a similar playing field at least. But I do like the communication and talking through in Sado GECKO, trying to figure out what they might want to choose.
Do you think we'll see a character switch? Because
always possible.
Yeah.
But I don't feel I feel as though GECKO has the most secondaries that I know of these four. And I feel like she just lost her stock in two kind of unfortunate ways.
That's fair, that's fair.
So I don't think you can blame the character on that, but especially when it's so good as Lucina. Lucina is probably one of the better doubles characters just because she hits so hard, all of her hits are safe, she's got good movement. But definitely could happen, though I don't think so.
Sounds like no.
Yeah, process of elimination there.
Yeah.
4 characters, all of them the same. Unless two people
switch.
They switch.
The mind games.
That would be very tricky. I don't think it would do much, but it would be very tricky. They're going to Yoshi's Story.
Giving Yoshi some home field advantage.
Yeah, that's true. And it is still a small stage, so they might be able to pressure off stage a little quicker. Might be what they're thinking. They also are less likely to challenge a falling Ike neutral B. But
true.
These up smashes putting in work. And Allmax doing a very good job of he's picking very committal options, but they're in places that are good to throw them out at. They're just very hectic. People have been getting hit by them a lot. It's not nothing. And these counters have been on point.
And again, it's a small stage, so you're going to get... Although I guess it's bigger than Battlefield, so... Compared to some of our other choices.
And that's one where he's I waited this one out. I'm going to hit him now. Oh, Sado loses the stock early. And Sonic just kind of holding on to this percent. Yep. Ooh. I feel like both Sado and GECKO have an idea of what they want to do, but Allmac and Sonic are just picking such different options from what they're expecting.
Yes.
Because I think they have a game plan of how they want to fight the character. They're not adapting to how to fight this player.
Yeah, because as opposed to some of the other...
Good edge guard by GECKO.
Some of the other Ikes that we've seen in Minnesota, namely Cookie. This Ike is playing very different.
It's a lot more ground-based.
Yes.
A lot more smash attacks. There are options you can adapt to for sure, but if you're not ready to and you're trying to, parry nairs or not get hit by forward airs, it's a different feeling.
And I wonder if that's a doubles adjustment because you can just kind of throw out smash attacks more in doubles because people aren't necessarily paying attention all the time, or if that's just a character or a player-specific thing.
Right. But Yellow Team starting to get their stage positioning back because that's the one thing I did notice in the last game is that should be a dead Ike.
Yeah, that was very nice awareness from GECKO.
She tried to tech it and gets air dodge, loses an early stock. But what I was about to say is Yellow Team hadn't been keeping their stage position in the last game, and they're doing a better job in this game.
Yes.
But that early stock can really cause some momentum. GECKO's got to make sure she keeps her cool. She does find that third stock, so stocks are even. Sado hopefully can hold on to this a little bit longer and even it up a little bit further.
Yoshi's a pretty big boy, so I think he'll be able to, as long as he doesn't, get smash attacked by Ike.
And it does seem that Allmax still throwing out these counters, but Yellow Team's doing a little bit better job of not getting hit by them.
I'm wondering if that's a adjustment they've made, or if, like you were saying, with the platforms, it's just less. It's harder to get to him.
Sado living to 150. Oh, never mind. But All Max still at a high percent, so definitely more even than it was before. GECKO going out for the edge guard, and I think that's what they need to do. They need to make sure that All Max gets punished for his recoveries in some ways.
Yes.
But Sanic stock tanking like a boss. Just only 1 of 2 stocks, and at low 2 stocks. So even if All Max does lose this, it's still dead even. Oh, and All Max did not hit up B soon enough. Oh, I don't know what the pause is for.
I don't either.
Well, we're just moving on. That's good sportsmanship. I'm wondering, Jaaahsh was making an announcement. I'm wondering if they got caught off guard and felt like they need to listen.
I'm wondering if it was the share stock, because isn't share stock AB in this game?
Ooh, could be.
And so, I know it used to be start, right, in Brawl?
In Brawl, yeah.
So.
Oh, GECKO SDs. Now it's up to Sado to make this 2v1 comeback. See what his strategy is.
Yeah.
Yoshi's got a lot of good non-committal options and a lot of good kill moves.
I like the fact that he's staying on the platforms, making it harder for the Ike to get up to him.
Yeah, it's got to commit a little bit harder. And we honestly haven't seen, until just now, that much up air out of this. Oh my god! Wow. Oh my god! He just stole that stock. That forward air hits so much higher than you think it does, and everything along the outside is a spike. So just clipped him. And now it's dead even. That was the younger stock. That stock was at like 20%. Now see what Sonic can do. Gets him back off stage, but Sonic does lack a little bit of kill power in this game outside of his forward smash. So Sado definitely could still swing this.
I like that Sonic wasn't giving up stage position there, because Yoshi is a very difficult character to edgeguard just because of the double jump armor, and he has so much air mobility, so I think it's more worth it to keep the stage position. And
you can see the rolls coming out. Like, Sonic's nervous. This is nerve-wracking. Ooh, goes high. Sado not ready to... Oh, and they were both nervous because... Whoa! Oh, what a comeback. Oh, what a comeback. You got to feel good after that one if you're Sado. That was amazing.
Sorry to everyone whose ears I just yelled in, but...
Oh, wow. And challenging that forward smash. That forward smash has so much range.
It's so scary, especially because the hurt box moves.
It's so brave.
You don't exactly know...
Oh, hello.